I've been thinking for a while about recording content for uh, just generally. Had some thoughts probably December 2024 about potentially recording for YouTube. Did some research in January 2025. My 2025 um, completely changed when I was diagnosed with breast cancer. Also, really conscious that I going into that season didn't want my whole identity to be tied up in that one diagnosis because it was just a season and is a season in my life. I'm still, having some kind of treatment now, different forms of treatment now. I was just lying in bed though, and I am absolutely exhausted. I made a commitment to myself this week that I would come to bed by 11 p.m. each night. Pre-chemo, I was a like 10:30 girl. Best case scenario would be 9 p.m. In bed with a book, um, and asleep by 10:30. In the last few weeks, my sleep regime's gone out the window, and I'm really struggling to sleep for a number of reasons. One, I feel very wired mentally. I've been spending a lot more time on social media. I am getting hot flushes as a result of some of the preventative treatment that I'm having, which I mean they're horrible, horrible, um, and generally just out of routine. But this week I said to myself I want to be in bed by 11 p.m. Came up this evening, was watching a movie. Again, something that I've tried not to practice before chemo in terms of having devices in the bedroom or watching, like having screen time just before going to sleep, but trying to kind of rephase myself back um, to, good sleep hygiene, etc. And watched the movie and was like, right, 10:35, movie switched off, time to sleep now, fine. And I've been lying here, just tossing and turning, hot flushes, my mind's thinking about 10 million different things. Why don't you just do a free course while you lie here? Why don't you read a book? Why don't you do this? Try to play the alphabet game. I don't know if you know about this, but it's where you, for each letter of the alphabet, you think of a name and you kind of say that in your head as a means to try and help you sleep. Um, did that and I didn't even get to the end of the alphabet. Usually I do, and I think it's quite effective. But for some reason tonight it's just not working. And I was lying here thinking, I feel like these are the moments that people need to really hear about as people who may unfortunately have to go through treatment for some kind of cancer, um, or people who are like friends and family who are supporting people through it, and to help them to really understand when you ask a person if they're okay, they're going to say yes because they're not going to tell you every single day all the intricate things that are happening because it can just be a bit exhausting for them as well, and they're just probably sick of talking about it. Anyway, I just thought to myself, why don't you just record a video? I am, like I said at the start, I'm very conscious about how I look, and even looking at myself now recording this, I'm thinking you look a state. um, but again, I think this is the reality and the truth of going through something like this. Um, I also today had a bit of a tough day. So I had an appointment with an oncologist yesterday, my oncologist yesterday, and I had my consultation for radiotherapy. So I met the doctor for the first time. He went through what the treatment's going to be. But the appointment with my oncologist, we discussed the preventative treatments that I'm going to be doing moving forward, which include about 4 or 5 different things. One of them is a tablet called, I've written it down here so I can pronounce it correctly. It is exemestane. And I started taking that today, and I'll be taking that tablet every single day for at least the next 5 years, could be 10 years when we get to the 5 year mark. As a person who has, up until now, primarily been healthy, I've had a couple of knee surgeries, that's been the major thing. Um, Primarily healthy. The idea of having to take medication, to be the person who now ticks, are you on any regular medication, is a lot for me to process. It's made me think and feel a little bit cheated out of the future that I had planned for myself, obviously alongside God. um, and I, yeah, struggled with that today. Just like getting started, knowing that this is the beginning of, you know, a longer season of this, the ramifications of having a cancer diagnosis. Um, and so I sat for a good while, like with a tablet in front of me and a glass of water. It was just sitting there. And eventually I did take the tablet, and then I cried. Um, I didn't sob or anything, but I did cry, and I think I had probably like a fleeting moment of anger and disappointment, um, and then carried on with my day. But I think that was at the back of my mind, the whole day, and I've been quite tired because the appointments were quite exhausting yesterday, and I'm generally tired anyway as a symptom of, I guess, post chemo related fatigue, and I had surgery 6 weeks ago as well, um, and so yeah, the rest of the day was pretty tough, and then I've also had quite a lingering headache, and one of the side effects of the exemestane um, is headaches. And so again, I've been lying here thinking, I can't cope with anything else. It's like there's a lot of side effects for a lot of things that I've had so far, and a lot more to come. Um, if I read you like just the side effects of, and you know, these are listed as common, and then there's some that are more less common, but increased risk of infection, difficulty sleeping, insomnia. It's hard to tell if it's because of the tablet or just generally because of what I shared earlier. Depression, not going to happen to me in Jesus' name. Headaches and dizziness, hot flushes and sweats. Like, I should say that I don't want any of these to happen. Um, Hot flushes, like I said, I'm already getting. Then it's tummy, abdominal pain, feeling sick. I have been feeling quite sick today, but I had terrible nausea during my chemotherapy, um, and so sometimes still have bouts of nausea. So again, can't really differentiate at the moment. Liver changes, sweating, pain, tiredness and weakness. It says here you might feel very tired, underlined very tired, and as though you lack energy. And then there's some occasional side effects, and then it goes on to rare and how you cope with them. And so I guess, yeah, all of that's going through my mind as I lie here and try and sleep, along with hot flushes, um, you know, cotton sheets, all the things that are usual. No, don't sleep in this jumper. For anybody that's going to jump in the comments, I've put this on to make the video. Thank you very much. Um, so yeah, just thought I would jump on quickly, make a video, share a kind of in the moment reality of what it feels like to be um recovering from chemotherapy, but having different interventions, different treatments, immunotherapy, you know, ovarian suppression, all of these things, and just share that really. So, yeah, I did want to record a video on the 1st of January and say I was going to do more content, more video content, or start video content, and really just talk and share about a few things. And it's been pushed back and pushed back, and you know, these things happen at the right time. And so I hope that this video helps somebody else to realize and recognize that other people are going through what you're going through. It might help somebody to prepare themselves for what might be happening, and treatment is different for everyone, and people's bodies respond differently. But I also hope that for friends, family, colleagues of people who are going through treatment for cancer can benefit a little bit from this. You know, I just think, yeah, if I was due to see somebody tomorrow and I'm now up and it's probably going to be pushing midnight soon and I cancelled last minute, it could be frustrating, but actually I haven't slept and I have all these things on my mind. If I was working tomorrow and I wasn't in my best headspace and didn't deliver one in a meeting, like this could be why. Um, yeah, anyway, here's to my first video. Let's see if there are any more. To anyone who's going through treatment, you've got this, you can get through this. As Glennon Doyle said in Untamed, you can do hard things. To friends and family, colleagues, have patience, have grace, do some research as well. It really helps when you are informed and the person who is going through the treatment doesn't have to inform you. Just have a bit of background, it's helpful. And yeah, let's keep learning and growing together. I'm Liz Muir, and thank you for coming to my non-TED Talk.